Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Friendly Fire. My name is Thomas Delzeit, and I am here with my co-host.
I'm Sam. Welcome to season 2.
We back.
Missed you so much. I'm so happy to be back in the studio. I really did miss it. I'm not gonna lie.
Try my best not to fall out of this chair.
Please don't. Actually, no. That'd be kind of funny.
It'd be very funny. Yeah.
Okay. Well.
I can still fall if you want.
No. Okay.
Anyways, we're gonna be right back after this intro.
Woo!
And we're back. Today we are joined by some lovely guests, going from left to right.
I'm Leilani.
And I'm Nolan.
Thank you very much for joining us today. So we just got back from summer break, and we are going to do a little bit of reflecting on this summer and summers past. So welcome to the beach episode. I have a question for you guys. What did you do this summer, generally speaking?
So this summer, how I started it was I went to New York and Massachusetts. Best thing about New York, though, I don't do a lot of public transportation, but I got to take the subway for the first time.
What did it smell like?
It didn't smell like anything. Like everyone says, oh, this is disgusting. But
there's always a subway smell that is at least just damp, hot air.
Actually, okay, so on the subway itself, it was pretty chilly. But the station was super hot.
Yeah.
So that was one thing. But my biggest disappointment is I didn't get to see any sewer rats.
I was just about to ask if you met any rats.
No, they had all these
As the rat man,
rodent sections like cleared off probably to like attract them over there, and I was so sad about it. That was like gonna be my highlight.
It's unfortunate. So if you just hang out there long enough, you'll see a rat.
Maybe I gotta
I
go
gotta add
back.
that to my to-do list. Go hang out with the rats in the subway. I know where they congregate.
All right. Well, my summer, the best part of it was driving to Texas to see one of my favorite bands in concert. I saw TXT in concert. And the worst part was probably the drive, because it was a 12-hour drive there. Not there and back. 12 hours there, 12 hours back. So it was in total 24 hours.
Yeah,
which was not fun.
I was jealous of your vacation until I found out about how long you were in the car for.
I feel like the travel part is always the worst part of like a vacation. But I went to the San Antonio Riverwalk, and I've heard really nice things about it, and it is really beautiful. And there was like a little like festival going on for like Rio, I think. There was like water, there was like boats on the water that had like parade floats on the water. It was so cool.
That's really cool.
That's
So
cool.
if you can go to San Antonio and see the Riverwalk, I recommend it. It was beautiful, and eating on the water, like right there, seeing it is honestly really nice. So that was the best part of my summer. So yeah.
So for me, I got to do a lot this summer. I got a lot of really cool opportunities. Got to spend a lot of time with some really cool people. Did probably the most like summery activities I've ever done in my life since I was like a child. I got to go I went on a vacation, which I never do. I went to Baltimore. Kind of sucked, but that's okay. I got to see some pretty cool concerts. You also, I mean, you guys both mentioned you went to concerts. I went to see Foreigner and Loverboy, Chicago, all the dad rock hits.
Yeah.
They were all great. Went to see my favorite artist. Unfortunately, he didn't come to see me, but that's okay. We're having a great time, and we're gonna find another time to go out there again.
I wish you the best of luck for that.
I got to scoot again. The fallen Scooter King. I'm back as the Scooter King again.
Okay, I need you to tell us that saga. I need you to remind us.
Okay.
Tell for the viewers how you become the Scooter King, because I feel like that's something that people just don't talk about.
Well, okay, when I was in high school, I went to Washington, D.C. for like 4 or 5 days for a journalism convention. And while I was there, they had a bunch of scooters, and I was in charge of posseing this group of scooters across the downtown city to get to where we needed to go. And I, being the only one competent enough, apparently, to read any map, and the only one who knew how to scoot before that, well, maybe that's not true, but the proficient scooterer, I became the king of the scoots.
The proficient scooterer.
The proficient scooterer.
Whatever.
And I became the Scoot King. And then I didn't scoot for like 4 years. And then in Baltimore, I scooted again to get around town. And it was a great time. And I've returned to my life of scooting. I want to buy a scooter. I would love to scoot everywhere if I can.
I need to see you on a scooter around campus. But if I don't,
if I find a scooter, I will scoot.
Okay.
If you do, you'd be like the legendary people. Like there's somebody who has like the hoverboard on campus.
Yeah.
So you'd be like the one with the scooter.
Everyone would hate me, but I'd be having a great time.
You'd get to class so quick.
Is that where the picture in the intro came from?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was in Baltimore.
Yeah, it was. All right.
Return to the Scoot King.
You.
How about your summer?
3 things. So for the first one, I went to Colorado through Kansas, and all the way there, the most interesting part of this vacation, I think Colorado's pretty boring. On the way there, we passed by the Evel Knievel Museum. And
you call somewhere that has like Evel Knievel Museum?
I'm saying.
so this is in Kansas. This isn't even in Colorado.
I didn't know there was an Evel Knievel.
Yeah, because he's from Kansas. But what happened was we're going by it.
Can you tell us?
Yeah,
what
what's Evel
Evel Knievel's
He's a daredevil.
He's a legendary daredevil stuntman.
Yeah, he has like the record for the most broken bones a person's ever had, which is
really?
pretty awesome. But we're
you
driving by it. My aunt points it out, and I'm like, it's really weird for his parents to name him that. And she's like, I don't think that was his real name. And I'm like, yeah, no, that was his real name.
His name was
It's
like
not.
John Knievel?
Yeah, no, it was something like normal. But so
I think
we're
that's
in
literally the word normal Knievel.
Yeah, well, we're in the
that's
we're in the
my
truck,
persona.
and I take like 3 minutes to Photoshop a Google search, a Wikipedia page for Good Knievel, his twin brother, who is the actual evil one. I use like a picture of a clip art cartoon angel, and I show it to her, and she was like, oh. And then she was like, oh, that's really interesting. But like she was driving, and then she looked at it again. She was like, dude. So like it was one of my finest creations for sure, because someone believed it for half a second. And then I saw Tears for Fears in the third row.
I'm jealous.
It was awesome. The lead singer Roland Orzabal, we called him the Wizard because that's a wizard name, and because he has long white hair. He was awesome. Great stage presence for someone who's okay. Great stage presence for someone his age. And then I saw that with my girlfriend and my best friend, so it was pretty awesome. Shout out to Sophie and Malcolm.
Okay.
And then
All right.
there was a third thing. Oh, I went to.
Continue.
I'm sorry. I should have asked.
Continue.
And they'll like the video. They'll watch and like the video.
Just
okay. So love you guys. There was a third thing. Oh, I went to Boston and to Rhode Island, and in Rhode Island, I visited H.P. Lovecraft's grave. H.P. Lovecraft is a person I have a storied history with. Everything that he ever made was almost cool if it didn't have layered bigotry in it. Anything you could hate. Issues. Yeah. Anything you could hate, that man hated. So I went to his grave, put a sheet of paper on it, rubbed a pastel over it, and now that rubbing of his grave is hanging in my apartment bedroom.
Because you hate him.
Because I hate him.
So are you now the #1 hater of H.P. Lovecraft?
I think I'm just the #1 hater of all time.
You're a hater?
I wake up every day, I look on my wall.
Have you heard the song Hater Anthem?
I have not.
You should probably
I should listen to it. It's
playlist.
probably about me.
It's a good song.
I don't make playlists. I just use my life songs all the time.
Okay.
I can't help but notice that you're dressed like the kind of guy who would push someone into the pool, but like without knowing that.
Okay, so I don't really go around pools.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
tell us why.
Tell us why.
Why don't you go?
Don't make me answer that.
Pools
I don't.
are great.
Okay,
Yeah.
listen.
Well, you can't tell me that you've never been like, yes, a relaxing day of swimming at the pool.
Okay, I'll stand in the shallow ends.
But why not like
You guys know. You guys know. You're answering. You're answering. You're saying these things, and you know. I can tell that you know. Icarus standing behind the camera is saying.
Just pointed at me saying he doesn't know how to swim. Is that true?
Yeah. Okay, it's not that I've tried to not know how to swim.
Okay, what I've learned is that the next time there's an open pool, we're gonna go to it, and I'm gonna push you into the deep end. And you're gonna
learn that way.
Murder, premeditated murder, recorded right here in studio now.
If he drowns, I'll save him.
No, like
But
when
there's
they
a
push
chance he
babies.
learns.
Why would
When
you?
they push babies into the water to like get them to swim.
Okay.
Because that's the
How
only
old
way
do you
to
think I
learn.
am?
Well, you're close enough, so like we can push you into the water, and maybe it'll work the same way.
I grew up as a top swimmer every year at summer camp. They had the blue, red, and white bands. Blue was
It's like
for
karate.
excellent, red was for yeah, you're fine, and white is for don't go near the water. You're gonna drown if you just drink some. I always had a blue band. I took pride in my blue band. I can't speak apparently. I can swim quite well. I love diving. I love swimming. It is a key part and fundamental part of my childhood. You cannot tell me that you just haven't tried since childhood.
Oh, I've tried to swim.
And how'd that go?
Water gets in my ears, and I'm like, ew.
Then put in earplugs.
Why would I put
a
in?
shower? It's the same.
No, it's
the
not.
water in your ears.
No,
You get water in your ears in the shower?
What are you just like ear?
Well, in fairness, my shower head comes out to about here on me, so I have to kind of duck.
I'm
over
sorry
it.
that you're
That's-
too big
Someone
for
has
anything.
height.
Somebody has
the
height
rest of us,
issues.
though.
Okay.
Okay, anyways, I can't say that I can't swim, but I don't like going into the deep end because I'm not a strong swimmer.
And I'm pushing you in too. You'll live, it's fine.
2 counts. 2 counts. Premeditated assault and
As long as
murder.
I don't get the third one, I'll live. I'll be alright.
2 counts.
What?
Can't go
Yeah, I
three,
can't
though.
be the third one though, because I'm gonna help you.
What?
Excellent!
No.
Alright.
Somebody get
tag team,
Anyways,
let's
no
go.
time for
Okay,
murder because summer has unfortunately ended, and
Yeah,
it's
no,
time
it's-
for us to go back to school. And that takes us to our sponsor for the day. If you want to go ahead and roll the ad, it's time for back to school. Wake up, sleepyhead. It's time for back to school.
But I already have my pencils and papers from high school.
Not that generic bullcrud. All the stuff you didn't know college students needed. Earbuds so you can ignore everyone's presence, including your own.
I can't hear the voices.
Tissues to wipe away all those hopes and dreams you've been crying away. A water bottle to carry any liquids to get you through the day.
Like a clear plastic one?
Absolutely not. It's the realistic back to school sale. Good luck out there.
Well,
I'm sold.
I don't really want to go back to school, but we're here.
Here we are.
So,
If we weren't in school, this wouldn't be happening.
exactly.
Just saying.
Yep. Okay. So, you talked about summer camp. talk
Yeah.
about
You
summer
guys
camp.
you guys go to summer camp?
I used to be a Girl Scout. So.
I used to be a Boy Scout.
Oh, I know that actually. So I went
Scouts
to
doesn't
a Girl
really exist.
Scouts summer camp once in my life. And the one time that I went, I was somehow really cracked at archery. I got like a bullseye almost every time. I don't think I can do that anymore, but I was like, I picked up that bow and I was like, yeah, I can do this, and then I did.
I'm now slightly more afraid to push you into the pool
You
on
should
fear that
be.
you may shoot
You
me
You
with
bring
a
a
should
bow
bow
with
and
you.
arrow.
I'll bring a bow and arrow with me. Cal has a bow and arrow.
You'll do some really cool thing where you get pushed back, and as you're falling, you go.
You put it in
And go.
slow-mo and everyone sees it that way?
Yeah, and that's how it should go.
That'd be a cool shot.
But
Should do that.
unfortunately for my friend, my best friend since like diapers, honestly, I love her. Her name is Anya. She got stung by 3 hornets on her arm, right here.
There's a lot of hornets.
Yep. And because there was a hornet's nest underneath the deck where we had our cabins.
How do you keep letting that happen?
In the same
What?
spot.
Why do we keep letting that happen? Oh,
If
you
you
mean
get
that?
stung
So you
once.
never get rid of it?
I don't
keep
know
furnishing?
exactly, but I know that there was at least it wasn't just a bee's nest. It
Was
was
it
like
the
either
same
wasps
hornet?
or hornets. So
Was it the same hornet?
I don't know. I wasn't there.
Maybe
When
that
you
hornet had
keep
been
track of
dead,
it?
yeah.
I don't know. I was not there. All I knew is that my friend was going to the nurse. I don't know if we can consider it a nurse at a Girl Scout
The
summer camp.
person who has the
The
Band-Aids.
person has the Band-Aids.
And maybe an
Because
ice
she wasn't
pack.
at the archery range. She did not go. So
I feel like that's a place where you would need somebody.
Is the archery? Yeah, you
Yeah,
wouldn't want
like,
to put
you're
that
gonna, like,
across the
keep getting
across
hurt or
the
something.
camp from wherever the archery range is, because then it's
Yeah.
be like, Jimmy got shot. What are we gonna do? We're gonna put him in a golf cart and drive for 20 minutes through Rocky Road.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he won't bleed out on the way there.
have any of you done summer camp?
Summer
Really?
camp?
Summer camp.
No.
You said you did summer
But-
camp. Talk about
Oh yeah, 100%. I would like to.
No, I was just gonna say, Girl Scouts, I wanted to join it so bad. But the thing is, it was misleading to me as like a second grader, because when I heard brownie, I thought that meant that they were getting together and there were just somebody made brownies.
I forgot about that. There was like levels, and one of them was a brownie. I don't remember what I stopped.
That's hilarious. I cannot believe that you saw that. You're
sad
like,
that
I could
wasn't
be
the
a brownie
case.
rank.
Be
I
like,
can
this would be
have
so
brownies
delicious.
every Wednesday at 4 p.m.
Literally.
I was never in Scouts, but one of my friends was in kindergarten, and I was like, hey, that's a badass vest. Oop. I'm sorry. That's a cool vest. Can I have that? And he's like, yeah. So like, yeah. So like, I had a Boy Scouts vest. I was never in Boy Scouts, never interested in Boy Scouts. I liked vests.
So
Good for you.
here's the thing about camping in Boy Scouts, at least the way that I did it, is that you only camp for whatever reason through like September to like the last weekend of May, and we try to camp like once a month, which is great and all, except for the part that's like the cold part of the year. Why are you not camping
Yeah.
over the
Right.
summer? Because everyone over the summer, if you want, goes to summer camp for 10 days. That's a lot of time in a tent.
Yeah.
I went 7 times over 7 different years. It's 10 days each. I went a lot, and I got a lot of stories. So for those who don't know what a Boy Scout camp is like in the early to late 2010s, it was a lot like this. Whatever you do, don't bring duct tape because people are stupid and they're gonna duct tape you to something.
So good.
whatever you do, don't have food in the spot where anything can reach it, because raccoons are smart and they will open your coolers. I had a guy in my group had a raccoon steal like all of his food. And if I remember the story correctly, he woke up in the middle of the night seeing this, and his first line of defense was to lob D batteries at it in order to scare it away. To my knowledge, no raccoons were hurt, mind you.
Those are like the big rectangle ones?
The big ones. Yeah. They're like, they are heavy. I've dropped some on my foot. Ow. It would mess up a raccoon if hit at high speed. I don't condone those activities. It simply happened. Another thing that one of my friends did is invented a little sport we like to call the Shower Olympics.
Oh.
This is not what it sounds like. I'm so sorry for that extended pause. I need to explain very quickly. Basically, the baseline of Shower Olympics is if you have a shower hall, think like a gym, where it's just like shower head, shower head, shower head, shower head, and there's no like blockade between all of them. And it's just like a long corridor with a drain in the middle, and it's slick concrete. So you make it slicker by taking shampoo or conditioner, squirting it onto the floor, getting it nice and sudsy, and then getting down onto your stomach. Again, don't condone this. This is quite gross and relatively dangerous. Getting down onto your stomach like a penguin, kicking off of the wall, and then proceeding to skim across the entire floor to try and see if you can make it to the other side before your opponent.
No, are the showers on during this, or?
Yeah, you gotta make sure that, well, okay, you wanna make sure that some of the showers are on so that it's still wet, and that way you don't, burn
like
the
a
entirety
slip and slide
of your
on concrete.
Yeah, I also want to clarify, specifically for legal reasons, that no one was naked, if that's your thought. Everyone was wearing swim trunks. I want to make that very clear if you got the wrong idea.
I didn't think about that at all.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking about it,
Just wanted to make sure that no one got the wrong idea. This was a completely clothed event.
Yeah.
In which a bunch of dudes just hung out in the showers
sliding
together.
on my back or something?
The more you say it, the worse it sounds.
Oh no, it doesn't
so
sound great.
Well, I can tell you that my Girl Scout camping was not that.
No.
If anything, it couldn't even be classified as camping. Like, we all stayed in like this building together, and we slept on little like the mats that were like this thick. And then the most we did for camping was like go make s'mores down the road, like that with on like a trail.
We slept in a tent where 9 times out of 10 there was a snake that lived underneath you, and every single night your pillow fell out the back of it into the cold, wet leaves.
Yeah, no, I never did that, and honestly, I'm glad I didn't because I hate camping with everything in me. So.
Yeah.
I don't like
my dad
camping.
killed a snake with a blow dart off of our back porch.
That's the
Wow.
It was
coolest
awesome.
thing
That's kind of insane.
It was awesome.
I've ever heard.
It was like winter, my dog was barking at. This is not a summer story, but it was winter. The snake was just like chilling there, and it was like 30 feet. It was a long distance. He killed it with a blow dart.
I imagine him walking out the back door, seeing this, and just going,
yeah.
You go snake hunting with blow darts, just.
No, I think he just wanted our
inside.
dog to stop barking at it. I like shed a tear of like glorious, not envy,
Glory.
but
It was too cool for
inspiration.
school,
I
as
would
they
say,
say.
I for snakes, you brought it up, but when I was visiting Michigan, I was visiting my family, and there was my parents' friends had a boat, and they all had like a boat thing where like a bunch of boats were on the lake. And there was a snake in the water, and people were like, "Oh my god, snake in the water!" This guy walks up to it, grabs it out of the water, and holds it by its neck, and like throws it like away from us. And I'm like, "What did I just witness?" It was the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. But I was also very
witnessed a man become a
scared.
legend.
I know.
Yeah.
I was very scared of that man for like a good like 5 minutes after that, and then I forgot about it until just now. So,
Well, sorry to bring back some old trauma.
I don't think it was trauma. I think it was just cool.
That man would be my inspiration.
I feel like I look up to him. I don't even know who he is. I probably shouldn't do that. Do you have anything you want to talk about?
I didn't camp, but I like trees.
You like trees?
Who here has fallen out of a tree whilst climbing it before?
Well,
Wow,
probably,
okay,
actually. I love climbing trees,
that
though.
all
I love
three
the
of the
reveal
camera
to
guys,
both of us.
all three of the camera
I
guys
feel like I was
raised their hands.
careful enough
I
for
need that
that.
to be known.
No, I love climbing trees. We have this tree in our front yard. We don't have it anymore. It got infested with beetles, and so we had to cut it down.
Oh.
But I loved climbing that tree when I was small enough to climb that tree.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
But
Yeah, I climbed a lot of trees. I don't think I could climb a tree anymore. Don't know the last time I climbed a tree,
I
but I'm
can't
pretty sure
climb
that
a
if I
tree, still
did,
can't.
it would kill me somehow.
You fall out again.
Oh, 100%.
I've never
Well, the
climbed
first,
a tree. I'll keep it that way.
I've never fallen out and gotten seriously injured, luckily.
I think the shackles of modern society bind me to the ground, even though I'm
Wow.
supposed to be. I'm supposed to be.
One
in a
day
tree.
you will find the free will to climb yet another tree.
Every time I see a tree, any tree, it's like a little tree, a big tree, a
Calls
tree
to
with
you.
no branch. I feel
Just a
the
stick in the
weight
ground.
of industrialization crushing me.
You just need to be
Because
freed.
I know that somewhere out there, there is someone who will stop me from exercising my rights to climb this tree, whether that be university administration or a higher power, but it's somewhere out there.
What a terrible, unfortunate twist of fate, and I hope that one day that shackle is lifted and you may climb yet another tree.
I appreciate that, really.
And on that note, it is time for us to wrap up. Thank you very much for tuning in for Friendly Fire Season 2, Episode 1. We will see you. Oh, I didn't do an outro. I'm Thomas.
I'm Sam, and we're here with.
Leilani.
And Nolan.
Thank you very much for joining us. We will see you next week.
Bye.